Alright guys, I don't know if you guys can tell. I am very, very sick. Oh man, but yesterday I was supposed to come out with all the videos too, like me playing some games and all that. Master do also drop a GPO video and all that. I was recording everything. I just became sick. Like well, yesterday we called my reaction video. I was a little bit sick. I wasn't, feeling all the way down and everything. I'm like, yo, I could do this for today and everything. Then nowhere it went downhill for that day. I can't even breathe on my nose. Like, I am sick. Hey, the grind has to continue. I don't know if today I don't know. I really want to record a Master Do video. I love Master Do. But we gotta see. And today, little my recommendation, this is what we're reacting to. So, you guys already know. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Come on, man. Support me even more. So we reacted to SCP-783. There was a crooked man. Exclamation. By your boy, you already know, fire and everything, Dr. Barber. I don't know if you guys can like hear my voice. I have like a really, like my voice is so changed when I'm sick. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but let's skip that, pause it. There we go. Go check him out, which is in the description. I'll be happy to give him one more subscriber. What's his notification? What are you guys, okay, what are you coming? Alright, let's get it started.
A kindly looking old
I don't have my mic connected. Okay, so this whole time, there we go. I had to connect my headset on me so I could hear. Command 0. Is everything good? Is everything? I haven't even checked. Mic good. I think volume's good too.
A kindly looking old woman is carrying groceries into her home.
Yeah, there we go.
When she closes the door, a crack forms in the wall, and a top.
Alright, my bad. Let's restart that.
A kindly looking old woman is carrying groceries into her home. When she closes the door, a crack forms in the wall, and a tile slides down off her roof, crashing to the ground and shattering. The next day, the local builder seems confused. He just fixed a similar problem a week ago at another house, and another the week before that. He'll patch this crack just like he did before and repair the roof, but as he does so, he can't help but think he'll be at another house with the same problem soon. Old people are like this sometimes, though, breaking things on purpose to get someone to come visit them. Oh well, as long as the money is right, he'll keep doing the repairs. That evening,
but I don't get it though. Like, how you like if I was like repair guy or something like that, and someone told me, well, let's say I saw the thingy, like the house, like start breaking down, roof tires falling down and everything. I'm like, yo, this is not normal. Ain't no way this old person just out of nowhere did this out of nowhere. That's what I would be thinking.
The woman is in bed when she's woken up by something falling onto her face. A crack is opened in the ceiling right above her bed, and plaster is falling on her.
You better move.
What is happening to this house? She would have to call
I'll be moving, man. Yo, is this about to follow me? Yo, definitely, you know what I mean? I think that's not the energy to react. Like, I have, like, no energy. At least I got enough energy for me to react and say so.
Again in the morning and let him know that it was getting worse. She gets up to clean the plaster dust off her face, but stops halfway to the door. Was that a noise she heard? It sounded like it was coming from downstairs. Another noise.
That'd be scary.
She definitely heard something.
If you live by yourself.
Is someone in her home? Hello? She cries out. Whoever you are, you better go. My husband is going to be home any moment, and he will.
Damn, that's tough. She does live by herself. Yo, I'll be like, that's what I do. Let me see. If I hear noises, you know what I mean? I'll be like, yo, who's there? Like, I don't know.
The noises seem to have stopped. Maybe she was imagining things. Who would rob the poor old woman after all?
Yo, you know what I mean? Yo, that's the thing. That's the crazy thing, but if you guys don't like me, pausing everything, remember, guys, you guys came in to see me react. Go to the original video. It's in the description. I'll be happy for you guys to support the original creator. I'll say, you'll be surprised. Elderly people, let's say old woman, old man, doesn't matter what gender you are, 80% of the time, they all get robbed and everything. People do not care. Most robbers / thieves, they love robbing elderly people because they know they can't protect themselves. And it's be easy snatch, stealing the jewelries or the purse, phones, wallets, stuff like that.
She didn't have anything
watch out, you know what I mean? You gotta grab her and all that. Take care of them.
She listens for a moment, and when she doesn't hear anything else, she opens the bedroom door and screams.
What? What was the cookie man there? The cookie man?
The next day, a child stands in front of the house with a look of shock. Was there an earthquake? How could a house end up like
That's what I'm saying.
They ring the doorbell, but there's no answer. They knock on the door and are surprised to find that the door is open. Grandma? The child.
Oh, that's tough. That's his grandma too. Wow. He's gonna find her like the floor all cooking, I bet.
Cries into the quiet house.
That's what I bet.
No response.
I think he gonna find her in the floor all cooking.
The house is a mess. Chunks of plaster have fallen off the walls and ceiling. Shelves have fallen over, spilling their contents. And there's broken glass from shattered light bulbs everywhere. The boy looks up the stairs and can see that his grandmother's bedroom door is open and the light is on. Grandma, are you up there? Still no response.
She's definitely up there.
The child nervously starts up the stairs.
Not how she used to be, though.
They quietly make their way to the bedroom and step
into
the sliver of light coming from the cracked door.
Minutes.
The child pushes the door open to find their grandmother on the floor. Only, it isn't their grandmother. Whatever this is looks like...
What did I said? What did I said?
Their grandmother,
that's
but like she has been stretched and twisted, her body bent at angles where no joints exist. The child is paralyzed with fear, unable to do anything.
Imagine you find your grandma like this and all that.
The nightmare isn't over yet, because their grandmother is still alive. Sadly,
yo, big brain! Yo, I'm so tired. My throat hurts too. I'm so sick. My big brain, man. I'm gonna blow my nose, so I mute myself.
Reports like these are all too common in this small town that is plagued by attacks from SCP-783, also known as
there we go.
the Crooked Man.
SCP-783
is an extremely dangerous anomalous creature that
is
currently plaguing the population of Tembe, a small rural village in Oxfordshire.
But it is only this one they were saying, so it may be Euclid.
England. Every 12 years during the fall and winter months, SCP-783 will engage in a period of hostile behavior that lasts for roughly 70 days, during which time it will target and attack people who are indoors and alone after sunset. Those targeted by SCP-783 will find that the building they are in rapidly deteriorates, causing damage and creating structural integrity issues.
Tough. But at least you know, like if this SCP is on you, you know like so, if you see like your house breaking down and everything, just skedaddle. Run, like I'm telling you, skedaddle out there, boy.
These often appear as cracks on the outside of the building that lead to the buildings taking on a crooked appearance. Unfortunately, while the SCP Foundation is aware of both the location and the period within which SCP-783 operates, it has so far been unable to prevent any attacks. Additionally, the Foundation has yet to be able to produce either an image or even a physical description of SCP-783 due to the effect it has on recording equipment.
So what happened to the, that thumb that you guys drew, huh?
Cameras set up to capture the anomaly produce only distorted or corrupted footage, leaving its appearance a mystery. Victims targeted by SCP-783 meet a fate that is, in many ways, worse than death.
Yeah, that, like,
their bodies will experience extreme deformations as their bones suffer dozens of fractures and are stretched and twisted in various unnatural directions.
That's bad.
They are then healed by the rapid generation of cartilage and the growth of extra skin to cover the new elongated limbs, leaving the victims a malformed knot of...
Hell nah, man. Yo, miss me with this one.
Some of the cases are quite severe, with one victim having just
I'm reacting too much. I'm so sick.
Meters, and another who was left stretched to 12.5.
Hey, they could tie those shoes standing up though, at least. Now, you know what I mean? They could stand up and tie those shoes. Well, let me start with my joking, you know. This is tough.
meters in height. Despite the gruesome injuries suffered, the majority of victims are still alive following the attacks, though they will more often than not be left completely paralyzed in a persistent vegetative state.
So they came and talked, then we can say a description, how they're looking, all that.
Or both. 27 victims of SCP-783 are currently being held in a long-term care facility within a wing of a local hospital that was requisitioned by the Foundation specifically for the care and treatment of 783 victims.
Oh, we got an ad. You guys already know about ad. I don't care what ad it is. I need to get paid at least a single penny for me to like show the ad volume and everything. But we're gonna skip it, boy. But remember, guys, if we're gonna want my ad, watch the whole thing, think of the support. Even though there should be no ads yet. Yeah. Yeah.
Like many of the...
But I have a question. Those pills the Foundation have, I know they only got limited amount of them. Like it came with 50. I forgot how many of them they used. Can they not just give them to like one of these people and they go back to normal and tell the description how the men look? Like I think that would be a great sacrifice. One of those pills, maybe. No, if that's how the pills work, where it actually could put it back to normal and everything.
Anomalies that the SCP Foundation investigates and contains. Many of the residents of Tembe appear to have some awareness of the Crooked Man, and the anomaly has become something of a local boogeyman. Researchers have even documented local school children singing a nursery rhyme that appears connected and may even explain the origins of the creature. It goes, "There lived a crooked man who made a crooked deal. He kept a crooked cane and his catch in crooked creel. He stole a crooked child who cried a crooked squeal, and that crooked little man was broken on the wheel." A month before a recent...
Yo, that, I won't lie. Yo, that tale was fire. You see how it rhymed and everything? Yo, that was fun. No, it's not.
SCP-783 period of activity was to begin.
And who's it, D-Class?
D personnel,
That's
D209, was sent to live in a Foundation-owned home in the village. Audio and video recording equipment was set up throughout the house in case the D-Class was targeted, in the hopes that some information could be gleaned should something take place. 43 days after he began living in the house, something finally did.
That's dope.
One evening while in bed reading a book, D209 heard noises on the ground floor.
Oh, that's how it starts. That's how it starts. Remember the grandma? Oh, hell no.
Cameras on the first floor experienced corruption and showed only a distortion moving through the house. When D209 attempted to leave the bedroom and escape the home, they immediately encountered SCP-783. During a period of time that lasted roughly 5 hours, the bones were broken numerous times and reset over and over, leaving D209 a twisted mass of flesh and bone. Strangely, at the exact same time that D209 was being attacked, all 27 of the living prior SCP-783 victims in the hospital experienced violent seizures, despite most of them having been declared functionally brain dead and the rest being totally paralyzed. Also concurrent with the attack was a seismic event on the outskirts of town, and the details revealed by this event were both illuminating and extremely disturbing. Foundation personnel were dispatched to the site of the seismic activity to investigate and determine if it was connected to
Catter, not Keter. You say Catter.
SCP-783 in any way. There, they found a small group of angry townspeople, perhaps frustrated by seemingly unending paranormal events in their town and the lack of progress that had been made to stop them. After a tense standoff, SCP Agent Collins fired her service weapon into the air, and the crowd quickly scattered. Now, free of distraction, the agents could begin their investigation in earnest. They immediately spotted several objects sticking out of the earth. Upon closer
Don't tell me they buried the person.
inspection, these were identified as elongated human toes. A dig team was sent to the site, and by the next day, a mass grave had been uncovered that was filled with a twisted mass of what appeared to be victims of SCP-783.
That's disturbing.
Their mutated and drawn-out bodies were well preserved despite being buried directly in the ground.
Were they alive? Were they alive?
Buried head down, with their arms extending deep
they're
into
dead.
the burial pit.
They're dead.
As one researcher was attempting to take a tissue sample from one of the bodies, the ground beneath him gave way, and he fell into the pit. He landed on the tangled mass of limbs which shifted under.
Imagine that's his house underneath the SCP.
His weight, and he disappeared into the pit beneath them. Agent Collins immediately found a length of rope, tied it to her waist, and climbed into the pit with instructions to the on-site team to pull her back up when she signaled. Agent Collins descended into the pit beneath the bodies, and after several minutes, she was extracted, though without the missing researcher. At debriefing, she described how she found an anomalous location under the ground beneath 783's victims' corpses, and she was so rattled by what she saw that she was granted a temporary leave of absence. The Foundation had...
Was it light? Was it light? Is that where he lives?
...to know more, and a D-Class personnel was quickly selected for exploration of the underground anomaly.
With a camera, right?
D-2172 was equipped with audio and video recording equipment.
That was like Connor.
Along with several scientific measurement tools, as well as a firearm, and was lowered down into the pit via crane. Their wired tether to the surface would both send the information they collected back, as well as serve as their lifeline to the surface. As D-2172 was lowered past the mass of corpses into the darkness, they experienced a sense of vertigo before it was realized that the anomalous effects extended to gravity as well, which had become reversed, and that they would need to start climbing up in order to descend further into the pit. They soon climbed out of the hole surrounded by the reaching, extended arms of corpses, and emerged into an open world with an overcast sky. It looked exactly like the town of Tembi.
But this
the
cooking
same buildings present there as in our world.
Yo, it's actually fire. I like this.
To be uninhabited, though.
Outside of say, I haven't been saying too much.
SCP Foundation researcher. D2172 began investigating the buildings and found them all to be empty as well. Though they did unfortunately find signs of a struggle in one house, with what looked to be evidence of the missing researcher's demise. They continued exploring the area and found that the anomalous property.
Bro, be holding the glizzy. That's all I'm gonna say, yo. If I was there and they gave me a gun, I'll be holding that gun, boy.
Of the location extended to its borders too. And as the D-Class walked north out of the town, after several kilometers, they found that they were now somehow back at the southern edge of the town.
That's trippy.
D2172 was ordered to return to the entry point, but as they walked, they were suddenly impeded by the deformed body of an SCP-783 victim that stretched across the road in front of them. D2172 drew and fired their weapon at the entity, but it didn't react, and they were forced to retreat into the nearby woods. After several minutes, they stopped to rest when they spotted something else. In the distance, what looked to be a giant white birch tree, and it was coming towards them. As the living tree approached, it became clear that it wasn't a tree at all. What looked like branches were extended bony fingers that it was using to walk. The long branch-like fingers were coming out of the top of the tree, where D2172 could see their origin.
The researcher? The researcher?
These branches were the elongated fingers of the missing SCP.
Big brain, boy! What I said?
Researcher. D2172 turned to run as the giant living tree chased them back into the town, firing their weapon at the creature whenever they had the chance, but was unable to stop it. The visual feed was soon lost as the audio continued to broadcast the screams of D2172.
That's tough.
But this wasn't the end of the expedition. The on-site team was surprised
this is so good.
The tether was pulled on.
I just wish I wasn't sick.
That it should be
oh my gosh.
The medical team was sent to the site, since it was assumed that D2172 would need immediate care, and the team began reeling in the line.
After be stretched out?
They spotted the harness
that should have been
strapped to D2172 with nothing in it. They continued to pull, but the harness became stuck on the mass of corpses in the pit. They then noticed that it wasn't actually stuck. There was a hand holding onto the harness.
It's stretched out, right?
It was D2172's hand. The team kept pulling as D2172's arm kept stretching out of the pit to a length of over 3 meters. Eventually, the resistance became too much. D2172 lost its grip and was seen sinking back into the mass of corpses inside the pit.
That's tough.
Following this expedition, it was determined that only special operations teams and mobile task forces would be used to explore the dangerous anomalous location in the future. At least 3 such expeditions have been undertaken, though the details remain classified for the time being. And perhaps it is for the best if they remain so.
Keter, I know it's Keter, right?
The SCP Foundation will continue to monitor the town of Tembi in an attempt to learn more about SCP-783.
Catch her, my bad, catch her.
Hopefully discover a means to contain it and its related phenomena. Due to the difficulty in containing the anomaly, it has been classified as Keter, and a
Wait, so far we getting everything right. Except the planet one, I thought it was safe.
Local building adjacent to the Tembi Hospital has been requisitioned and designated as Provisional Site 5 in order to accommodate the increased Foundation presence. As the SCP Foundation continues to research this mysterious and highly dangerous anomaly, any victims of SCP-783 are to be retrieved, their injuries cataloged, and then their bodies are to be incinerated. Now go and watch an entry from the files of Dr.
That was good. I love that. I just wish I wasn't sick. I feel like I have no energy. Like I'm just down, man. Hopefully the video I reacted good enough for you guys. Let me know in the comment section you like it or not. Hit the subscribe button too. Go to 5,000 subscribers. We are almost halfway there. Thanks to you guys. You guys also hit the like button too. Supposed to be even more. Turn the notification. We're on the early gang, which we can become. I always say that. Which means you can be in the comment section first, which brings me to the comment section. You can tell me get to play. That's not being a Roblox game. You can tell me to react, but please leave the link in the comment section. It'll be easy to find. or can we be like, hi, how you doing? I will always shout back to you guys. And yeah, that's much it. It's your boy Flame out.